In November 1895, a German physicist named Wilhelm Röntgen was alone in his lab, running a fairly routine experiment with a piece of equipment called a cathode ray tube. Nothing about the setup was meant to be revolutionary. Then he noticed something impossible. Across the room, a screen coated in fluorescent chemicals was glowing, even though it wasn't anywhere near his equipment, and the tube itself was completely covered in black cardboard, blocking any visible light from escaping. Something invisible was passing straight through solid material and lighting up a screen on the other side of the room. Röntgen reportedly became so consumed by the discovery that he barely left his laboratory for weeks, at one point moving a bed into the room so he could keep testing without interruption. He tested the mysterious rays against wood, rubber, thick books, even a 2,000-page catalog, and they passed straight through nearly all of it. Then he tried something else. He held his own hand in front of the beam, aimed at a photographic plate behind it. What developed was the first X-ray image in human history. The bones of his own hand, clearly visible, with his wedding ring floating around one finger, all captured through solid flesh he could never normally see through. Röntgen had no name yet for whatever he'd discovered, so he simply called them X-rays, using X the way mathematicians use it for an unknown quantity. The name stuck permanently. Within weeks of publishing his findings, the discovery spread explosively across the scientific world. Within about a year, doctors were already using X-ray machines to locate broken bones and embedded bullets in real patients. It's worth remembering just how wild this must have felt at the time. For the entirety of human history up to that exact moment, seeing inside a living human body without cutting it open was simply, completely impossible. Now here's the genuinely uncomfortable what-if buried inside this story. Röntgen wasn't specifically searching for anything like this. He stumbled onto it purely by noticing one small, strange detail that a less observant scientist might have simply dismissed or overlooked entirely. If he'd assumed the glowing screen was some kind of equipment malfunction, or simply hadn't been working alone late enough to notice a faint glow across a dim room, the discovery could easily have been delayed by years, possibly even decades. And the consequences of that delay would have rippled through nearly every corner of modern medicine. Surgeons operating without any way to see broken bones or internal injuries beforehand. Cancer treatments relying entirely on radiation therapy, a direct descendant of X-ray research, simply not developing on the same timeline. Airport security scanners, dental checkups, even the CT scans and mammograms so many people rely on today, all trace their lineage directly back to one physicist noticing a faint, unexpected glow. What strikes me most about this story is how ordinary the moment of discovery actually was. No dramatic breakthrough moment, no eureka shouted across a crowded lecture hall. Just one scientist, alone in a quiet room, paying close enough attention to notice something that shouldn't have been there at all. Röntgen was later awarded the very first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901, and remarkably, he refused to patent his discovery, insisting it should belong freely to the entire world rather than generating personal profit. Which means one of the most significant medical breakthroughs in human history began with someone simply refusing to ignore something strange, and ended with someone refusing to keep it for himself. So here's the thought worth sitting with. How many quiet, strange, easily dismissed details are sitting in front of you right now, in your own life, waiting for someone patient enough to actually notice them? Röntgen didn't set out to see through human flesh. He just refused to look away from something that didn't make sense yet.